This is Toronto Mike Hall of Famer Stu Stone telling you to tune in to this episode because I'm back. And I'm here on the eve of the biggest night of Toronto Mike's life. I'm here to calm him down. I'm here to give him some pointers. I'm here to give him some tips. I'm here to lend him some support. And most of all, I'm going to make sure that Toronto Mike delivers something when he performs at the Mocambo that is worth paying money for. Let's start the show.
What up, Mike? Toronto. VK on the beat. Check. I'm in Toronto where you wanna get the city love. I'm from Toronto where you wanna get the city love. I'm in Toronto like we wanna get the city love. My city love me back for my city love. I'm in Toronto where
Welcome to episode 1902, 1902 of Toronto Mic'd, an award-winning podcast, proudly brought to you by Great Lakes Brewery. Order online at greatlakesbeer.com for free local home delivery in the GTA. Palma Pasta. Enjoy the taste of fresh, homemade Italian pasta and entrees from Palma Pasta in Mississauga and Oakville. Visit palmapasta.com for more. Toronto Maple Leafs baseball. Catch a game at Christie Pitts this summer. No ticket required. Fusion Corp's own Nick Iones. He's the host of Building Toronto Skyline and Mike and Nick, two podcasts that you ought to listen to. RecycleMyElectronics.ca. Committing to our planet's future means properly recycling our electronics of the past. And Ridley Funeral Home. Pillars of the community since 1921. Joining me today, returning to Toronto Mic'd, it's the remarkable FOTM Hall of Famer, Stu Stone.
Yeah. You're never going to let that go.
I just find you remarkable.
I am remarkable.
How are you doing, old friend?
You're remarkable. I'm doing well. I've never seen this version of Toronto Mike in the history of our friendship in deep kindred spirit, our aligned kindred spirits here. You were frazzled when I walked through the door today in ways that I've never seen, like a panic,
wasn't a panic, but
an anxiety attack of some kind. You were frazzled. Why don't you tell the audience, because I have video evidence to support the story that you should open the show with.
What was the name of Lily Tomlin's character in the Magic School Bus?
Not Frazzle. That's Frizzle.
Oh,
right.
I thought it was Frazzle.
Yes.
Okay,
I like where you were going, though.
I thought it was Frazzle.
Miss Frizzle.
I was too old for that show.
Well,
I'm older
so was
than
I.
You were born in the 80s, okay?
Well, depending which website you look at, Mike.
Okay, so you and I came in the side door. And
yes.
We headed to the TMDS basement studio. We had a good chat about whether you would hit your head if you walk straight. And
you're really giving the details of the whole encounter.
You know what? I talk to radio people who are like, no one cares about the details. I care about the details.
No, I think they do.
I do. Like, I like the details, okay? I want to know, like, when you took that call on that bike ride, where exactly were you? Like, I give a shit about that. Okay, so where you said...
By the way, when I stood up, and I'll do it on camera for the people who are joining us live, like, I can't stand up.
No,
I do hit my head on the ceiling.
And you're 5'7", right?
And I am, correct.
So 5'7" Stu Stone cannot stand up straight. He cannot be fully erect in my basement.
Well...
Hey, now, it depends. I've seen you in your underwear. Remember that. Okay, so basically, trailing us coming into the basement studio was a giant bumblebee. It was big, right?
That's a big bee. That was a bee that was, a candidate for potential Ozempic.
It was a husky bee.
It was a big boned.
a big husky, big boned bee, okay? Shout out to Transformers. Did you ever do any voiceover work on the Transformers?
I didn't, but I did work for the production company that did Transformers on several programs there, Mike.
Okay, by the way, Eva Almos has made her Toronto Mike debut.
You know what? I heard... You know, I do listen to the show when I'm in, in the gym.
When you know you might get a name drop.
No,
right?
no. Right. I had even listened to. I can
Sir
show
Jerry.
We should go through all my visits. You should look through and see which episodes I listened to.
That's more of an Elvis thing. It's more of an Elvis.
Oh, that's his thing.
Yeah.
I did hear Eva Almos though. She's a legend. Shout out to Eva Almos for sure. Not only does she, she was obviously on the Care Bears.
Right.
You definitely.
That was my most exciting role.
Yeah. But
she's much more than that.
She's done way much more than that. including hiring me to do a show called Carl Squared, where I was playing the two voices. Like it was like the Patty Duke show, but
like Miley Cyrus, maybe?
No.
Oh no, that's Hannah Montana.
That's Hannah Montana. You know how like Patty Duke? Do you know the show, the Patty Duke show? Are you familiar?
I know of it. And
okay, so it's like the Patty Duke show, Mike. Was a program about this girl who like lives with like a twin.
Right.
But like the same actress plays both characters. So back in the days when that show was on, that was major trickery that they could pull off this
trick photography.
Trick photography. So it's like the Patty Duke show. I mean, that's how they must have pitched it in the room. It's going to be just like the Patty Duke show. And
she hired you.
She hired me to play Patty, and I played both roles. So if you ever, for me, it was difficult to watch that show because just hearing me talk to me for so long, it was just like, oh my God.
It's a lot of stew.
It's a lot of stew.
You're making a stew here. Okay, so back to the bee story.
Oh, but shout out to Eva, by the way.
By the way, yeah, and she had nice things to say about you.
Oh, good.
Eva Almos. So there's a giant bee, and you left. You said I have to go get something for my car. So you left me, and that's when I discovered the bee. And my main concern was I didn't want the bee to get to this side of the low ceiling and then be lost over there. Mainly my concern, I wasn't frazzled for me, Stu. I have a 10-year-old who is so afraid of any insect in the house. My fear was this bee would go incognito, hide out, and would surprise my 10-year-old, and she'd be traumatized. So that's my concern, Stu. Okay?
I mean, I appreciate as a father, not me being one, but you being one, that you are looking out for your 10-year-old's well-being. But to me, without that context, you're the 10-year-old that I was witnessing.
That's why I'm giving you context,
frazzled,
you son of a bitch.
And you were. I even accused you on the video that I took, which we should post, of being a Thomas J. from My Girl.
So there's a giant bee in the basement.
Yes.
And I took one of the Toronto Maple Leafs history books that I was going to gift to you. Remind me later to ask you your thoughts on Yasiel Puig playing at Christie Pitts, okay? So, and I was trying to keep it on that side of this low ceiling. Keep it on that side because I know the door's there. And I was phoning you because you opened the door. Maybe I can push it out with the book. I would never harm a bumblebee. I just want to put that on the record.
What a liar. What a liar.
I would never harm a bumblebee.
If we were playing a game of Bumblebee Clue, the answer would be Mike Boone in the basement with a book. He was prepared to murder that bee. There are people that were listening to the audio of this that heard me fight for this bee's life to save this bee. This bee almost was the victim of homicide or bee-micide.
Okay, but we need to make sure the listenership knows this bee
was massive.
But also was never harmed, okay? So
thanks to me.
You played a big role in me.
Big role, the only role. Okay. One of us wanted to kill the bee, one of us didn't.
You have video evidence of this. I can't lie about this. So you were instrumental in advising me to get a cup, but I'm in the basement, so I'm thinking all the cups are in the kitchen, I'm thinking, and I have to go past the giant bee. I also didn't want to get stung, okay? Not that I'm afraid.
Do bumblebees sting?
Don't they? Bees sting,
There
right?
was a Magic School Bus episode on bees. Let me look it up.
I'll bet you anything bumblebees sting. Like, I'm sure I've always been told bumblebees sting. Okay, so I got when you have your liquid detergent by the washing machine, and there's like a cup that you use to measure the detergent before you put it into the washing machine. Okay,
one of those gimmicks.
So I found one of those, and then you said, well, you actually caught the bee, and I went on the other side with the Toronto Maple Leafs history book. They play at Christie Pitts. I'm going to ask you later about Yasiel Puig. Okay, I saw him hit two bombs in the home opener. So didn't hit any bombs in the second game I saw. But I had it now, and then we went outside. You opened the door, and I went outside, and I threw the book and the detergent cup with the bee inside. I threw it on the grass, and then I ran away in case this bee wanted revenge.
Now, I do want to say, I've just done a little research, Mike. Do you want me to read?
Yeah, of course I do.
Do you want me to read my research?
Of course I do.
This is live in real time, Mike.
Okay, I'm ready. It's not AI, is it?
No, it's not. This is not AI. Well, I mean, I guess it's AI if you look
Bees.com.
things on Google.
Bees.com.
I didn't use bees.com as my source. It says yes, Mike.
Yes.
Yes, bumblebees do sting,
of course. But
rarely attack humans unless they feel trapped or threatened.
But this is what I did. I trapped and threatened this bee.
Threatened, yes.
I was threatening this bee and I
Yes.
trapped this bee.
You
So
certainly
it would probably seek revenge.
You would have earned that stinging.
I want to shout out on the live stream. It's a good crowd. You bring out the crowd.
Do I?
Yeah. I did an episode with Sir Jerry yesterday, and I don't think anybody was on the live stream, but here, and I love Sir Jerry. He's going to be at the Elmo tomorrow. Did you know I'm at the Elmo tomorrow? We'll get to that in a minute. So Jeremy Hopkin, who will be at the El Mocambo tomorrow, says something nice about bees. I want to get it here. Hold on. Bees make our food. Don't fuck with bees. So you don't fuck with ghosts. J-Ho doesn't fuck with bees. See what I did there? Where's my salad dressing?
Oh, do you still have that?
Where is it? Yeah.
I hope you didn't use it. That's not.
Where is it?
I wouldn't recommend actually using it.
Do you think it was... Okay, you just shout out J-Ho while I see where the hell it is.
Did you give it away?
No.
Come on, Mike. What's going on here? If you are just joining us, Mike is attempting to find a "Don't Fuck with Ghosts" branded salad dressing / chicken wing dip, and I don't think he has it anymore. He's really played himself today.
I didn't eat it. You know what? I am distracted. We'll discuss why in a moment, but it is somewhere in this basement. Maybe it fell back.
I think I know why you're distracted, Mike.
Because you're here. So I want to shout out a few more people. I want to shout out Moose Grumpy.
Shout out to Moose Grumpy always. Is that? Did I hear there's a potential carpool?
Right. So, in fact, I wasn't sure whether this was a secret or not, but it looks like the cat is out of the bag. Okay. The great Moose Grumpy has volunteered.
Now, this is something that someone would have to volunteer for, right?
It's
usually a paid position.
Well, normally you pay to do this, right?
Yes.
Yeah. To drive fellow FOTM Hall of Famer Peter Gross
The esteemed.
from Mississauga to the El Mocambo.
Wow.
So that's a car ride, just the two of them. You and I were talking about cash cab style cameras embedded, and I would love to hear and record the conversation.
It's just the two of them?
Yep. Confirmed on the live stream, live.torontomike.com. I also want to shout out Sean Pasternak.
Oh, yeah, Sean, of
Who
course.
says, Stu knows a thing or two about bees, as he was the one working under a hood when Jim Brunzell and B. Brian Blair were too lazy to work.
So he's making a joke about the killer bees.
I saw them wrestle live at Maple Leaf Gardens.
And what a tandem they were.
Yeah. And I had the figures. Like I know here I have the George Animal Steel figure that you gave me. I had the killer bees. Okay.
What did you do with your old figures? You should look for them because some of them have some value.
I don't think I kept them. I know, but I didn't have that foresight to keep all the great shit I had. I do want to shout out Canada Kev. I don't know if we'll see him tomorrow, but I wanted to shout out Andy, who I will see tomorrow. I even worked in a New Kids on the Block reference. So when I make that reference, I'm going to find Andy in the crowd and wink at her.
Oh.
That's part of the thing tomorrow. Okay. I also want to just...
Is that a paid... is that like a like, you pay money to wave the flag before the Leafs game?
Oh, yeah.
Like you can pay an extra bit of money to get like Mike to pull his ear at you.
Well, in The Simpsons, they say there are back rubs and there are back rubs, right? So Andy's going to get a back rub. And Canada Kev says, yo, Sprout.
Yo.
There is a... Hey Ref, he's an accountant. Okay, Hey Ref is on the live stream. And last but not least, a name I'm not even sure who it is, but I'm sure if I had the last name, maybe it's Chris Ward. But yeah, it could be Chris Ward. St. Catherine's Chris is on the live stream, and he says, great intro by Stu. What a hype, man. Mike is wired for tomorrow night.
He will be when I'm done with him.
Andy bought the VIP upgrade. Just reading that on the live stream.
And that comes with... Like you get to drive
there
Peter
are
Gross.
Back rubs.
You get to drive Peter, and you get your ear tugged.
Okay, so let me. So the bee situation is that bee is alive. We saw that bee, that bumblebee, flew away and did not seek retribution. We were not stung. Were you stung?
No, I was not stung, and the bee is now free to be itself. And be with its family and friends.
What was the when Ralph Wiggums gave the Valentine to Lisa Simpson?
I choose you.
Right. Then at the end there was another one, and it was his be mine, and there was a picture of a bee on it.
Yeah,
remember that?
I do.
All right. So can I ask you? Like, I know we're going to talk about this. You're going to ask me questions and hype me up, and you're going to give me some tips because I know from photo evidence that you have performed in front of giant audiences.
Well, Mike, when you're 5'7", most people are giant comparatively speaking. But yes, I have some experience, and I myself have a big live speaking appearance coming up also. So I'm going to sort of.
Do you
want
to tell me about that now?
I suppose I could.
No, because I don't know. I'm not faking. I actually don't know about it.
No, I haven't told you.
Is it in the GTA?
No.
Okay.
No,
I was going to say I'll be there. Where is it?
It's in Banff. Do you know where that is?
Oh, yeah, I've been there. Monica's from Edmonton, and one time we flew to Calgary and drove to Edmonton, and we visited Banff.
Well, that's cool. I'm going to be there with Adam Rodness.
Yeah, future FOTM.
And we're going to be doing something called Don't Fuck with Ghosts Live. Cue the salad dressing.
I know. I'm actually, while you talk, I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually
that's going to be the first time we've ever done anything like this before, but we're going to be doing a live version of what we do. In front of a packed house and see what comes about.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah, but before that, Mike, I'm going to get to live vicariously through you. Should we get to that now?
Well, yeah, I suppose you can get to it right now.
I mean, you'll still have time at your show.
Because I have things later to ask you that are, but I'm happy to.
I mean, let's get to the main event here.
Do you mind if I listen in the headphones while I just take a peek around? I'm actually concerned. Do you have
OCD? Like, have you been diagnosed?
What do you think?
Yes. Is that a fact? Are you diagnosed?
No,
because I'm diagnosing you right now.
I'm multitasking. No one knows how to multitask. We all got to focus. I'm listening to your words while I look for the salad dressing. I don't think that's a medical condition.
I see you are trying a new hairstyle today as well.
I just came out of the shower.
Is that what that is?
Yeah,
because like the Bret the Hitman Hart wet
I never asked another guy this because I've always just do my own thing, and I always wonder, what do other guys do? I only shave in the shower.
Like your face you're talking about?
My face, sorry.
Okay. Just making sure.
What was the sponsor Hebsy had? Man Grooming or something like that? I can't remember now. Okay. But they literally sent me.
You have a nice clean shave right now, actually.
Yeah. I shaved in the shower.
For me?
Then, for just like, I wanted to be shaved.
I'll tell you, when I was a younger man, Mike, and I used to shave like that, because I don't anymore, but like, I used to do the shave like you.
Yeah.
It's probably been 25, 30 years since I have. But I used to do that, and the shower is a much easier place to do that.
Because it's hot, and once the hotness,
of course,
it's not the rawness. The hotness, it makes the bristles softer, much easier to shave with my
the bristles, huh? So, yeah, I think that's why when you watch like Gillette advertisements, you see like water is usually part of the equation, right?
Okay, so this is typical for men? Like, I didn't learn that from somebody.
No,
I just discovered it as a teenager.
I would say that there's probably 4 types of shavers out there.
Run them down for me. I can't find this. I'll find it later. I cannot find this.
You have the traditional, the shaving cream.
Here's the other thing.
Shave.
I've never used shaving cream.
Same.
Okay.
Shaving cream people, then they come in and
it's a scam, right?
Shave. No,
because the hot water alone is all I need.
Sometimes you don't have hot water and you have shaving cream and you just have like a nice shave in the middle of the woods or something.
Right, like camping.
Cream. There's those folks. Then there are the shower shavers.
Yeah, that's us.
That's you. Where you're in the shower and you're just giving yourself a shave. Now, the disadvantage of a shower shaver, Mike, is that there's no mirror unless you shower with a mirror, oddly enough.
No, there's no mirror. I don't have a mirror.
So you can't really check. Like if you miss a spot.
But I feel it.
So you're going with the Braille technique. I respect that. So you don't have the mirror in the shower. And if you did, it would be a fogged up mirror. But there's the shower shavers. Right? Then you have the electric shavers, the close electric shavers. Those are the ones
never felt close enough for me.
Those are the ones that would have the spinning blades.
Right.
And that's
Philips.
like a Philips or a Panasonic. And you're kind of like, and it's like.
Used to buy those at Consumers Distributing.
You can buy those at Consumers Distributing. There's a cheaper version of those where it's like 2 kind of cylinders like that and they spin. And you're kind of shaving like that.
Have you ever had any success with that? I never felt smooth enough to me.
I would say that like when I'm on a movie set, which has been, I've done that before.
Yeah.
When I'm on a movie set.
Like Donnie Darko.
And they put, your makeup and hair and you're doing all that stuff at the beginning of the day. By the time 5 o'clock rolls around, you might have to go into the makeup chair and they're like using those things.
Well, that's because you're like Homer Simpson where he would shave and then the 5 o'clock shadow popped right back.
Yeah, so there's that in that instance I've never owned one of those. Okay. However, Mike, the fourth kind of shave.
I'm ready.
Well, then there's also like the non-people who just don't shave. So there's
the bearded people.
So the part 4 is a 4 and a 4A. Okay, the beard trimmer, folks.
Right.
So that's like a beard trimmer, which either can have a clip
like George
on
Michael.
and you can have a clip or no clip on it. That's what I use, the no clip on it. And I'm just da. Then there's some people that use that beard trimmer that like just to shape up.
Right.
You know, they have like Sean Pasternak, for example.
Okay, because they're straggly.
Yeah, or like AJ from Backstreet Boys will like shape his facial hair.
Right.
You know, some people do that. So those are your 4 examples of shavers.
Okay, I enjoyed this very much. I also want to point out, VP,
This is why I'm a Hall of Famer, Mike,
VP
because I can just
in.
pivot like that and just, you know.
This is like a hit and run. So VP popped in. He's got to go. He's already gone. He's going to say, he says,
Straight blade,
I'll
yeah.
see you folks tomorrow night. No, he says, I have never shaved in the shower in my life.
Well, I mean, what does he do in the shower? Well, that's a whole other episode.
And Moose Grumpy says he had his shower just before the recording, didn't have time to style it. I know she put quotes around style, but I need to let you and the listenership know I don't do anything to my hair. It'll dry and then it'll just go up. And
Do you think that's something you needed to tell us? Like we couldn't.
Well,
like
she put it in the live stream.
No, I'm
she
just
wrote
saying,
style it.
Like anyone who's seen you, do you think that they think that that you don't do what you just said? Is there somebody that's out there?
I can't. I just want to make sure I clear the air.
You don't use product?
No, zero product. Zero.
Have you ever? That's probably why you have that beautiful full head of hair.
Let me think if I ever have. In my life, there's probably been like periods of time. I remember putting stuff in there in high school.
Yeah, so in the 80s.
To spike it.
In the
I started
early
high school in
90s.
89. So,
Okay, so in the late
Cable
80s.
Guy Jeff is on team no shaving cream. So no shaving cream. I think shaving cream is a scam.
Could be.
Don't believe the hype.
Until they sponsor your show, then believe it all day.
Yeah, and Sean says straight razor is the only way to go. And Remington, oh no, here it is. Canada Kev he's got some cash to flash. He had a straight blade shave at the barber last month. I don't have a barber right now.
I see that. You
What are you doing tomorrow night?
Wait, there was something about your hair product. Let me just get this out.
Okay, go ahead.
There's 2 different kinds of, no, just kidding. But in the late 80s and early 90s, which is probably the sweet spot of your demographic, Mike.
Yeah.
I would say that 99% of the people in the chat right now fit under the qualification of what I'm about to say.
Okay.
3 products I'm going to name. I guarantee you, Mike, that you or one of these other listeners
I wish I could
has
guess.
used
Can I
these
guess?
products. Okay? One, I'm just going to name all 3. Okay. Dippity Doo.
Yes. Absolutely. Because also there's an episode of Facts of Life where they shout out Dippity Doo. I don't know if anyone remembers that.
Dippity Doo.
Yeah.
It just left my brain. There was 3 of them. What was the other 2? Like LA Looks.
Oh, you're looking for brands. Because I thought you meant...
Dep.
Yes.
That was also a gel.
Right.
Dippity Doo, Dep, and there was one more.
Well, what was the gel that came in the teen pack that you would buy at Shoppers Drug Mart? Like, you know how they had the teen packs? I remember thinking that was great value.
Shout out to Ed Conroy. He would know.
Also, but in addition to gel, I remember at the time some people used mousse.
Of course. Moose Grumpy.
Shout out to Moose Grumpy.
Yeah.
And not only so mousse, but also there was the hairspray crowd.
But mousse is kind of the shaving cream of hair products.
Right. It's because it's foamy.
But I feel like mousse kind of gives you volume. And there was like, depending on which era you're talking about, volume was important.
Yeah, the 80s. Well, in the 80s.
Volume was important.
Volume was
hairspray, there was like that Aussie one that smelled kind of weird. Then you had like the when we got better, after Earth Day sort of came to be, you had different sort of hairspray, which is more of like a pump spray and less of an aerosol.
Right.
But all this to say,
yeah,
you don't really see gel anymore. Gel kind of like fell off. It's not really a popular, like maybe I'm wrong, but
you know what? I can tell you.
Gel sales probably peaked in like 96.
So you know how, well, you don't have kids yourself that you know of, but I have, all my kids are different. Like one thing is you have kids and they're all different. And my 12-year-old is very into his hair and, showering every morning and putting on like
hair balm,
some kind of
like a pomade,
something that smells nice. Yeah. Right. But what he uses is like a sculpting. It's like, it's a white sculpting.
That's been like 20 years. That took over gel.
Right. That's where I was going.
Yeah.
That's what.
Like sculpting, molding kind of
like
putty.
a molding putty
and
kind
you
of
put
thing.
It in your hands and
right.
You're kind of like,
that took over gel for the new gen.
Yeah. R.I.P. gel. I feel like Ed could do a post.
Shout out to Ridley Funeral Home.
Ed could do a post on gels. and it would go viral.
Dippity Doo is the big one, and there is an episode.
Dippity
Blair
Doo and
Warner.
LA Looks is the other one. Those are the three that I remember, and they're all sort of the same, but like different, like neon colors. Like one was like a reddish kind of.
Neon
like
was
neon.
big for those gels. Yeah, green. I can see the bright
like an
green.
aqua velva kind of color.
Oh, Tom Henke.
Yeah. I don't know how we got into talking about
There's
this. But
something
that's what
about
makes
an
this
aqua
show
velva.
so
It's my
great.
hair. I just showered.
Right.
And I just want everyone to know I showered for Stu. Like, because I actually had to do a pickup at an Old Navy. This is a long story that's kind of boring me even. But I didn't have much time between getting home and your arrival. I didn't have much time. So I jumped in the shower. And I shaved in the shower because I needed to shave. And I need to shave for tomorrow night anyways because it comes in white, this beard. And I don't like it when it comes in white. I look awful. So I shaved and showered. And then I'm recording with you. Then I have a quick call with Rob Pruce about tomorrow night. And then Brad Jones from Ridley Funeral Home will be here at 4 o'clock.
Holy
and we'll
crap.
record a new episode of Life's Entertaining. Then I have to get Morgan to her first soccer game of the season. And I'm going to whip her over there and then get back in time to record
whip
an
her over
episode, to record a fresh episode of the WPBL podcast that I produce, which is the Women's Professional Baseball League podcast.
you got a
And
lot
then I'll be
going on.
done at 9 p.m. And then tomorrow, I can't remember what's going on
real
tomorrow.
quick, before you move on to tomorrow, I did notice in the chat,
Yeah.
Moose Grumpy, good friend,
Yep.
Peter Gross's personal
Personal driver.
driver,
Right.
wrote Sunnin. I have a story about Sunnin.
Tell me, because I once bought Sun In because I thought it'd be cool to look blonde, and it turned out to be more of like a greenish color. But tell me about your Sun In.
So I went to, my sister had Sun-In or whatever. I have sisters. And Sun-In was a very popular product.
Yeah.
It was like a spray that like dyes your hair in the sun, apparently.
It lightens your hair in the sun.
Sure. So I decided to use some Sun-In, and I sprayed it on my bangs or whatever the hell I had at the time.
Right.
Now, keep in mind, Mike, I'm a working actor at this point.
Right.
And I'm like putting Sun-In in my hair, like not caring about the fact that I have to look the same the next week as what I looked like that week for like whatever I was shooting at the time.
Right.
It ends up turning my hair orange, like not blonde.
Right.
Because Sun-In doesn't really make your hair blonde. It just kind of like makes it orange.
It was orange, by the way, not green when I spoke earlier. It was orange.
So it turned like an orangey kind of weird shade. And my mom is like, who might be watching this or not, I don't know if she's here, but my mom was like, what the hell? What the fuck? Part of my French. She probably didn't swear, but she probably did. She said, like, what the F is going, like, what did you do? And I'm like, nothing. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, what? I was like pretending like I didn't know that.
Like it was natural or something.
Like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, your hair. And I'm like, what about it? She's like, there's something. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Then we look in the mirror and I remember like it was yesterday. I was like, what?
You know
Whoa.
what? This conversation is so nostalgic because I can now smell Sun-In. Do you remember the smell?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And Andy on the live stream, and I love the interactive. When you come in and you get the people on the live stream, it adds a whole new dimension here. Andy says she tried Sun-In. It didn't work, so she poured a bottle of peroxide on her head. She does not recommend.
Well, at the end of this story, which I'm going to try to call my mom because I think she would love to verify
Trudy?
this. But I told her, she was like, explain what happened.
Right.
And
Right.
I said, it must be puberty. I must have been like 9 years old or something.
Oh, that's funny.
And I told her that it was puberty that was causing my hair to change color. She wasn't buying it. And
That's
it
funny.
ended up being a bit of a problem.
So you're phoning Trudy now?
I'm going to see if she remembers
Just see if
this
she can
story.
share this story.
I don't know. You're not listening to Toronto Mike, are you?
Sun-In.
Oh, you are? There's probably a bit of a delay, so you haven't gotten to the part of where I'm talking about the Sun-In. Have you gotten to that part yet? Okay, so call me back once you get to that part, okay? No, but you'll have to hear it.
She doesn't want to call you back.
No, she'll call me back, and we'll just answer it, and then she'll give us the answer.
It's not that big a delay, is
No,
it?
it is. It is. All right.
We should say this.
Have a listen and call me back.
Right now it's 2:12, and
Yeah,
then somebody could
so
tell us
see.
what time they heard me
She's
say it was
listening,
2:12.
So she'll call me back.
Right now it is 2:12 p.m.
All right, Mike, in the history of greats, if I think of great preparation that people have for big moments in their life, you think of the big fight. You think of Rocky Balboa, he had his guy in the corner there, Burt Ward.
Flip the jab.
Slipped the jab, rock.
It wasn't Burt. It was the old guy.
Oh, right. Sorry. Mickey.
Mickey. It was
Yeah,
Mickey. Right.
Burt Ward was like his
He had the robot that
Right,
they
right.
wrote out or something.
So Rocky
They edited it
Balboa
out.
had Mickey, right? Get him, Rock. You know, Burgess Meredith. Is that who it was?
Yeah, it was Burgess who played the Penguin on the old Batman.
And then you have, of course, guys like Little Mac from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out had like that Carl Winslow-looking guy that was in his corner.
He
coach.
looked like the guy from The Wire who said, she.
Could be that guy, too.
Oh, he just passed away, actually.
Did he?
Shout out to Ridley Funeral Home, yeah.
But, you, Toronto Mike,
Yes,
you
sir.
are on the precipice of doing something very interesting that you have not necessarily... I mean, you've definitely talked before. You've definitely had guests and talked to you before. You've definitely done solo mission pods before. You've definitely hosted parties on patios of various GLB locations and various Palma Pasta locations. You've definitely served up Toronto Mike live experiences over the years, but nothing like the one that you have signed up for that will be taking place less than 24 hours from the moment we're recording this right now. My mom's calling. Let's get...
okay, but just for the record, it's not less than 24 hours from now, right? Like it's a 6:30 doors
sorry,
open.
more than 24 hours from now.
It's
My
like
bad.
30 hours from
Sorry, we got Trudy back on the line. Are you there?
Yeah.
Did you catch up?
First of all, can you hear me?
Yes.
First of all, you're selling me out as a mother who was never believed anything you said.
Fair enough.
That was number one. Number two is I don't think you still have reached puberty.
So she's verifying what the story then, that I did tell her that it was blamed. I blamed.
You always played, I don't know how it happened. It doesn't matter. You brought me home flowers. Oh, look, Mommy, what did I buy you? Neighbor comes knocking on the door.
That's a true story.
You picked all the flowers out of my flower bed. You owe me for flowers.
That is true.
He was always doing all kinds of shit.
All right.
But the peroxide thing, what an idiot. With Sonnen, I mean. Have a good day.
All right. That's my mom, Trudy, everybody.
She's
There you
amazing,
go.
actually. She should just
here to confirm stories.
be
You
on
should just-
speakerphone every time you visit.
Yeah, well, she's a fact checker, like that guy on CNN.
Robert Lawson.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah,
Daniel Dale. I
she's
thought you were
Daniel-
talking about Robert Lawson.
No, she's Daniel Dale. Well, her. Okay, I'm not going to out her as being Trudy, a fact checker. Trudy Dale. I won't do that. All right. So, Mike.
Yeah.
Back to what we were talking about. Back to the business at hand.
Back to the subject of the matter.
Slightly over 24 hours from now, you are going to be taking on something that you have not done before.
Correct.
And that is this, Mike. Something that you have not done before in the history of your career.
Right.
Something that you have never done before, Mike. And that is charge people money to be entertained by
That's
you.
true.
Now, that is something
That's
that you
true.
have
This is the
never
first time.
done before.
Right.
You have a trained family of followers, supporters, subscribers that have been getting the Toronto Mike experience complimentary, Mike,
Right.
for years and years. And I come from that world too. I know what that's like.
I've been giving it away.
It's a labor of love, Mike, and you have more love to share than most. I've been begging you to have a paywall for years, Mike.
Yes, you have.
But here we are now on the doorstep of said paywall, and this needs to be, Mike, an experience that is not like the other experiences because this one costs money. Do you understand what I'm saying here, Mike?
Yeah, there's got to be value.
There's got to be.
You can't just do what
value.
you do for free at Palma's Kitchen.
You cannot do the Palma pasta routine at this juncture. Now let's talk about the
I would love
venue.
to talk about this.
The venue.
Okay, the
Because I'm
venue,
here I'm here to help you put butts in seats, Mike.
You're going to sell some tickets.
I'm gonna try.
Love it. Love it.
The El Mocambo. The El Mocambo. A lot of people think it's the Elmo combo, like ELMO, like the Elmo combo.
Right.
Like, hey, give me the Tickle Me Elmo and the crayons, the Elmo combo. No, this is the El Mocambo.
Right.
One of the most legendary venues in the city of Toronto, which you, other than last year with the Blue Jays, represent that city of Toronto better than anybody, Mike. We can agree on that?
No arguments.
Your
from
name,
me.
your first name, I'm Stu Stone. Your first name is Toronto, right?
Where the fuck is that salad dressing?
You're still
I
thinking
can't
about
even
that. That's
focus
the
on
problem with you. That's the problem. I'm here giving you gold, and you're looking
Oh,
for
I found
silver.
it. I found it. It's behind the light.
Oh, I do see it.
I
There it
could
is.
not. I was going to have to shut this down. I couldn't continue because where the hell would this go?
There it is.
We didn't eat it.
No.
Unless somebody. I was thinking, what guest stole this?
No, there it is.
Don't fuck with ghosts. Get proof or die trying. So Banff tickets now available.
There's no tickets for that one. You
So
got to go
you're-
to Banff.
Why don't you? Okay, but why don't you have a paywall?
No, they have a paywall.
Oh, they have
the
okay,
Banff
okay.
Festival. It's
But
the media
your
festival.
point there is very interesting, which is I've groomed my followers, if you
Yeah.
will.
I wouldn't
to
say that you
not
groomed your
only-
followers. Let's try a better choice of words.
to not only expect free events, all TMLX
Free.
events have been free. Not only free events, but I give you beer from Great Lakes Brewery, and I give you pasta from Palma
Okay,
Pasta.
now hold on a minute. I like how I'm doing this. It can't be coming from you.
I'm leaving.
You
I
can't-
just wanted
yeah,
to show.
you-
I have the. I'm going to put
you
it here.
can't be the one like keeping
continue.
a laundry list of what you've done for the people. Okay, they know. They're here. They know. It should never come from you, Mike. It should always be someone else.
You're the pro.
Someone else telling them what you've done for them because they know. They already know. You've done it. My point is, Mike, the El Mocambo. The El Mocambo. Say it with me, Mike. The El Mocambo.
Is it Mocambo? Because it's spelled Mocambo.
Well, but the Toronto way of saying it is
El
Mocambo.
Mocambo.
Yeah, the El Mocambo. Legendary venue.
Yes.
Has hosted events over the years such as the Rolling Stones, right?
1977.
The Rolling Stones. I'm going to tell you a fun fact. The very first time I ever did a show with a band in Toronto was at the El Mocambo. This is many years ago.
Which band?
With the Stone Movement, we were called. We did a show at the El Mocambo, and Sean Pasternak's brother was on stage. It was a whole thing. But anyway.
I saw Sean Pasternak at Cam Gordon's book launch.
Yeah, he was there.
And I was intimidated. I wanted to go up and say hi, but I only knew him from LinkedIn.
You need to get him on your show.
Sean Pasternak, I saw you and I wanted to say hi, but I was like, I only know him from LinkedIn.
He does make people nervous.
He's an intimidating presence.
He is. And an asshole. Anyway, back to you, Mike. The El Mocambo is a legendary stage. The greats have been on it, from Mick Jagger.
I don't want to pierce your promo, but there's two.
Oh, I'm aware.
Okay.
Yeah, there's two spaces. Where are you?
I want to make sure because I feel the Rolling Stones were upstairs.
Who cares?
And I'm the
So,
Starlight Room, which
why
is
are
the
you
main
explaining
room. I don't
yourself?
know. I feel like I don't want to make people think they're going upstairs to where the L-shaped. Okay, please continue. I'll shut up. Okay.
First of all, in my opinion, the downstairs room is better suited for what you're trying to do.
I agree.
Because the upstairs room is a huge screen and the stage
there's that
takes up a
L
lot.
that's like
it's a big room.
I agree with you.
I think it's way better suited for what you're trying to do downstairs.
Better
and it's
room.
a way more accessible environment for you and for the mingling of the FOTMs that will be there.
And Rob Bruce thinks the same, and he's played that.
Yeah,
venue.
and I agree with him. Nevertheless, Mike, it's a historic venue. The building has the Rolling Stones played in that building, Mike, and now you are going to do the same. Okay? I don't know what kind of rehearsal time you've had, if any.
Zero.
See, now
Never done it.
Now that's troubling.
So honestly, I'm telling you, Stu Stone, no word of a lie. I have never done this in front of a human being.
Okay. Interesting. Now, you do know what you're going to do and say. You've mapped out what you're
Yep.
going to do,
Yes, sir.
and Rob is aware of what you're going to do.
In fact, we have a call after this recording, and yes, I've told Rob various musical cues throughout my 90 minutes.
Were you the type of guy, Mike, in high school that the night before the science project was due, that's when you got together with the group to like put the finishing touches on it?
As you know, I'm a gifted student.
That wasn't the question, Mike.
Yes. Like, I don't know about the group stuff. Like, I don't know but when it was independent stuff, I absolutely always, if you gave me 6 months, I was going to do it the last weekend.
Okay, so I'm with you on that, by the way. We both are gifted students.
Right.
We are both gifted individuals, very creative people.
That's why we entertain the people.
Sure. So it does not surprise me that this would be the case right now. And I do think that under normal circumstances, someone who leaves things to the end, I would be worried for them, but not for a professional such as yourself, because I know that this is how you operate, right?
Well, and Stu,
Yeah.
again, you're the hype man. I just tell it like it is. For the last few months, parts of this have popped in my head, and then I would, like on bike rides, I would leave a note for myself using Google Keep. And then I would go to Google Keep at some point, and I would take it and put it in a Google document. And it all kind of fell out of my head, pretty fully formed.
And you put it on paper?
Of course, it's in a Google Doc.
Okay.
It's in a Google Doc. And so it's what I believe to be 90 minutes. Rob and I disagree on how long it is, but I believe it's 90 minutes. And I have a one page that I've printed that has the sequencing, because I have everything in my head, but on the stage with people like yourself staring at me, I could see myself forgetting the sequencing or missing a part or whatever.
Well, you're gonna
so I have a page with the sequence. So one page, one side that has the sequencing.
But will you be printing out a sort of a set list so that you can like reference it and Rob can reference it?
Well, Rob, I don't know, but I don't think Rob's going to need to reference anything. But I'm talking about, that's what I'm saying. I have already done it. I've printed a one side of one paper I've printed, which has the sequencing.
How big is the font on that?
Well, that's the thing. It's about, I think it's like a 12 or 13.
That's too small, Mike.
Well, I needed it to fit on one page, right? So I can
probably afford to do 2 pages, Mike. You make some money around
because
here.
I don't want
you sold some tickets
to be referencing a lot of paper. Like I just want to be able to quickly see.
Is this an environmental issue?
This segment, no, it's more like I wanted to memorize the whole thing. Rob talked me into having. It is bullet.
Yeah.
Rob talked me into having this page just as like a. In case of emergency, I can reference this sheet if I get lost or whatever. So I've done it though. I accepted that advice. It's the only advice I think I've taken.
Are you wearing your glasses tomorrow?
I'm gonna have my glasses with me. Yes.
Now, can you read like?
Oh, okay. Here, so give me a test.
Because I think that the font is too small on your.
But I have my reading with my reading glasses.
What are you gonna put them on and like?
Well, maybe I'll keep them on.
No, because the thing is not going to be in your hand. The way that I'm sort of proposing this to you.
Yeah. Where is it going to be?
You're at a rock and roll club.
Oh, it's at like a
it's
stand.
It's going to be on the ground. No, it's going to be on the ground. Right. No one's going to see it except
like
for
when
you.
rock bands, you got the set list.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You put together a set list.
Well, this will be too small for that.
That's what I just tried to tell you. You need the font to be bigger, and it could be 2 pages.
Okay, here's how I envision like a stand, and I've got it there.
No stand.
And I'm doing my delivery, and then I reference it quickly to just set up with the next part.
I'll tell you why you don't want to do that. Because then the audience is that it breaks the suspension of disbelief or whatever I'm looking. You know what I'm trying to say here.
Right.
It takes you out of it when I see you looking at a thing. Like if a stand-up comedian is doing comedy for the they're performing in front of the audience.
If I hear it correctly,
and they pick up their phone and they go, "Oh, I got to. What else do I want to talk about?" Carrots. The thing about carrots. I don't want to see that.
I'm hearing you correctly that you're saying forget about it being one page. It could be 3 pages.
It should be on the ground.
The font size is such that I can read it while standing. I can look down and see it.
And it should just be a glance that like the audience doesn't know that you're looking at it.
So I'm going to do this because I have some time.
We really should have done this episode last week.
No, I have time. Like, I don't need weeks. I need. I could literally, if it was tonight, I'd be okay.
Fair.
Still. Okay?
I believe that too.
I'm going to take the Google Doc and I'm going to make it like I don't know a 24 point.
Now that's a nice font.
Right? And I'm going to print it and I'm going to like tape it to the floor.
That's what you
of
do.
The Starlight Room stage.
There it is.
You know what, Stu? I'm so glad you're here.
Yes.
Because that is a real piece of advice that I think makes sense. And that way I don't have to worry about, do I have my readers on? I have this thing in my hand.
How about this? If you print out 2 pages there, at the end of the night, there's 2 souvenirs that 2 people can get. The set list.
Oh, auction it off.
Yes.
Okay, highest bidder.
Oh, look at this. See, someone just said the same thing in the chat that I just said.
Well, I'm with it because I do, but I like when I go to shows, like let's say I go to see, I don't know, like Rusty at
the set list,
the Sneaky D.
Right.
I like to grab. I just did this. I like to grab.
You like to grab.
List.
You got to really
grab the set list.
Oh, the set list.
Although Hawksley Workman in Guelph, I think VP was with me, and Ian Service. Shout out to Ian Service. You can blame him for that delay on live.torontomike.com. But I believe I got the set list for Hawksley Workman, but I saw young women who were big fans, and I actually said, I want to give this to you.
Oh, you're a sweet
And I
guy.
actually went and got Hawk, good buddy of mine. We were backstage.
That's why you can call him
Hawk. And I said, Hawk.
Hawk.
Right.
That's what his buddies call him.
Would you sign this for your big fans here? And he autographed it, and I think that was like a wonderful thing for these Hawk heads.
That's like how I... Is that what his fans are called?
So I just made that up, but I feel like they should be called
you calling him
heads.
Hawk is like how I call Russ Holden Rusty?
Well, we never told that story. The Daryl Dahmer story.
Double D?
So just when Stu arrived, I had just come out of the shower and my phone rang.
The Double D, Daryl Dahmer?
I answered the phone, no joke.
It was Double D.
Daryl Dahmer. Okay?
Not to be confused with Jeffrey.
No. Shout out to Ridley Funeral Home. Daryl,
Does that get a shout out?
yeah, I mean, I don't judge. Do you? Like,
I do.
dead is
That-
dead.
that instance
you don't.
I do.
What? Should Brad Jones send away the Dahmer family?
Yeah.
I don't think. I feel like.
I think Brad Jones refuses that service.
I feel like Jeffrey Dahmer isn't at his funeral.
No.
But the family has the right. I think they have the
dump him in
human
the
right
river or something.
to have some type of ceremony to remember their son, their brother.
This is a conversation I don't want to be a part of.
Okay, but I'm telling you, I would hope Brad Jones would conduct the funeral service
I would hope
for
he
Jeffrey
wouldn't.
Dahmer.
I would hope he wouldn't. So ask him later.
Okay, and I'm going to give this to you right now here before I get back to the Daryl Dahmer story. This is the new and improved. Did you get one of these?
No.
Okay, new and improved measuring tape from Ridley Funeral Home where you can pop a can. It's a bottle opener.
Oh, shit.
Right? There's also a flashlight. If I rip out this thing here.
Boy, they got really
Now-
good tchotchkes at Ridley.
Whoa!
Wait, wow, that's
So there's a flashlight to this. There is a measuring tape here. There's a level. If you're doing some construction work, Stu.
it's a vape.
I don't know if there's a vape there. maybe there's a vape there. But anyway, that's courtesy of Ridley Funeral Home. So that discussion with Jeffrey Dahmer, we'll put that aside. Daryl Dahmer
Double D.
calls me up. We had a great chat. I don't know how much
My
I can
mom is a
reveal.
big Daryl Dahmer fan.
Well, Russ Holden and Daryl Dahmer were the two traffic guys I heard forever on
CFTR.
Rogers stations. Yes, CFTR forever, but also the Fan 590.
Yeah, AM 640.
No, I don't remember them on the 640 because they were Rogers people.
Ah, my bad.
I think you have to be like CHFI would have them.
But the stupid joke of the day, that was CFTR.
Yes, which is a Rogers owned company.
Got it. So there you go.
So Mike Cooper did the 510 stupid joke of the day.
Which I listened to with my mom in the car coming home from auditions almost every day.
And Daryl Dahmer he's a funny guy. He told me several jokes during our phone call, but he's noodling his invitation to come on Toronto Mike. He's concerned. He's a very honest man. And he called it career suicide. And my brain says, you haven't worked in like a decade or something. So I don't know what career suicide. Maybe he's just worried he's going to offend people. But we'll see if Daryl Dahmer will waltz over to South Etobicoke and make his Toronto Mike debut. We had a nice phone
probably
call.
take the weather chopper over to South Etobicoke, you would assume, right?
And I don't know what the status of Russ Holden. I haven't received a call from Russ Holden yet.
Rusty?
I would love to talk to Russ Holden. But yeah, those two guys were on the radio forever, right? Seemingly forever. And since I started listening to 680 CFTR.
It's like them and Sunil Joshi.
Sunil Joshi
Who's been
is at
here.
FOTM.
Yes.
Absolutely. He was working with Ann Romer in Markham for a while.
Mike, I didn't come here specifically to give you advice to put like paper
But that
on
is
the
one
bottom
thing.
of the
I'm
stage.
going to do that.
Yes.
I'm going to get big font so I can see it. And I'm going to tape it to the floor so I can deliver my 90-minute
I don't know if you need to do 90 minutes, Mike.
done deal.
Don't put that pressure
I
on
actually,
yourself.
Rob and I have a discussion. He thinks I'm going to come short. I'm worried I might go long because I'm going to do some crowd work and there's a lot of improvisation and I have to pause for the applause.
So how much applause do you think is that like 20 minutes of applause over the 90 minutes?
No, but there's musical elements, right? So I will pause for some Rob Bruce. But anyway, regardless, I think it's going to be 90 minutes.
Okay, well, that'll be
I've
fun.
been very clear about that. Now, I am prepared. I've never done it. I part of this experiment is I want to see if I can headline at the Mocambo without ever doing anything like this anywhere else in my life and without even doing one practice or rehearsal. Like I'm going to do it for the first time
like
tomorrow
the
night.
part about the no practice and rehearsal is not something to brag about.
Well, it's not bragging. It's more like
Like I feel like you
this
should.
is what makes it interesting to me.
Oh, so okay. If
I'm
you're
not
gonna
bragging.
Never. I don't even think you.
First of all, I don't even know if I did a good job tomorrow because it hasn't happened yet. I could do a shitty job tomorrow, and then I'll be like, Stu, maybe I should have practiced. Like, I'm going to see. I'm going to test myself.
Right.
I'm leaving my comfort zone.
What's
to
the
test
price
myself.
point for these tickets?
$65.
I mean,
But I didn't set the price. That's part of the.
no.
that's part
I'm
of
just
it.
saying
Okay.
though, okay. So I appreciate your. I appreciate the way you want to do this, and as somebody who's like you and like-minded like you, I would be able to swim like that as well.
Right.
And I think that you'll do just fine, Mike.
I hope
but
so.
I will say
Mm-hmm.
that you might want to go over it.
No, but don't get me wrong.
But
Okay.
wait, I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
but I would say that to lean in, if you're going to do it this way, which you are, I would lean into the fact that this is an unpredictable live experience that you never know what's going to happen because that's sort of this show. Like you,
Well, yeah,
bring
but
on somebody.
I've been as transparent as I can be about what is happening here, and I can tell you right now that when I tell you I haven't done it in front of another person, that doesn't mean I don't go on a bike ride
And say it.
it.
Yeah.
Like I've done all the parts. I recorded myself down here doing it just so I could time it out. And so without Rob's music and without many pauses.
So you know what you're going to do.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
Not just winging it.
My thought on this is people I care about are coughing up $65 to come on a Thursday night to the El Mocambo.
65 now? Went
What
up?
did I say? 61
earlier.
No, I'm pretty. Did I? I have to go check the tape. It was 65. I didn't.
Fair.
I don't even remember what I said. But I care about delivering value. I'm not going to half-ass some improvised thing.
Okay, good.
No, I don't want to scare you into thinking I'm going to make it up as I go along.
Okay, good.
I have crafted what I think is a vulnerable piece.
Handcrafted.
It's a vulnerable piece. I share things. I think 96% of this 90 minutes is original content, which means things I've never said on Toronto Mic'd in 1902 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah. In fact, there was very little of it. If you listen to every minute of Toronto Mic'd, most of this will be new to you. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's been very therapeutic for me. I'm going to be sharing a lot, getting some stuff out, working some stuff out on stage. I can't wait to see your face there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I paid the money for the ticket.
I know. And when I think of people like Jeremy Hopkin.
Is he paying as well?
Yeah. And VP.
VP?
And your buddy Cam Gordon.
He better pay.
Rob Proust didn't pay.
Well, he's on stage.
I know. But I'm super jazzed.
Sean Pasternak should come.
Well, that's what we're doing now. We're trying to sell a few tickets here because 120 people can fit into the Starlight Room. Okay. There are many tickets left. I'm not close to 120 people, but the shtick Rob and I were rolling with for months was that this would be like the first time the Police came to Toronto and they played the Horseshoe Tavern and 9 people showed up. Like we were kind of like excited that it might be just us two plus, I don't know, Leslie Taylor and Cousin Jano, right? Like Michael Langer, who's been to all TMLX events. Gord and Tom. Like we're going to do this in front of 9 people. Like this was the shtick for a long time. And now I'm thinking it might be nice if there were a lot of bodies in the room for this one time only happening.
Okay, so as a seasoned performer who's sitting across from you right now, I have no hair product in my hair at the moment. I want to say, and neither do you, so we're like-minded in a lot of ways. Mike.
Nothing in this hair, as you can tell.
We both ride bikes. Well, you do.
You ride a stationary bike.
I have before. I will say this. I have nothing but confidence that the beautiful mind that you possess will spit out something entertaining. And I will also tell you this. I know how you hold me in such high regard. I'm a Hall of Famer around here, Mike.
Yes.
I, too, have had great expectations for things, and I've shown up, and 8 people are there, and I put on a fucking show.
Yep.
You got to do that no matter what.
No, without a doubt.
8 people, 8,000 people, they should get 100% of you.
Once again, we're on the same page. 100%.
Yeah.
When I found out the great Ralph Benmergui was going to drive from Hamilton, he bought a ticket. He's going to drive from Hamilton to soak this in. I realized we're not fucking around anymore.
I mean, you basically have had 1,000 plus episodes of this show.
1,900 plus.
Wow, shit. So
you're 1902, I think.
Okay, so you've had 1,902 episodes of this show. That's at least 600 guests.
Oh no, it's over 1,000 unique guests.
Over 1,000
Tyler
unique
did
guests.
this math.
So over 1,000 unique guests, you got to maybe if there's a 10% chance that 10% of them will show up to come and watch this, you get 100 people that have just been guests of this show in the audience. You should be set just there.
Well, that's Peter Gross and Ralph Benmergui and David Eisenstadt.
Really? Huh.
Not Eisenstein.
No,
Eisenstadt. He bought a ticket.
And how do you know that? You have like the data right in front of you?
No, I don't know. Actually, I don't even have the login for that. This is all somebody else who I'll talk about during the 90 minutes. But these are people who told me they bought a ticket.
Oh, well, that's good.
Like David let me know he bought a ticket. J-Ho let me know he bought a ticket.
Yeah, well, I'm here to tell you officially, in case you didn't catch the subtext here, Mike, I'm going to be there. I will be there. I will be there tomorrow to cheer you on, to root you on, to support you. I will be in the audience just the same way, Mike, that when I had my big nights doing my movie premieres and whatnot, you are always there to support.
Me and Ross Atkins.
So I am going to be there to support you. And if at any time you need to hit, in case of fire, break glass, you can always call on me, Mike.
Oh, God, if it comes to that, oh, my God. I think I'm going to be fine, to be honest.
I think you're going to be fine, too, but just know that you have a secret weapon in case of fire. I'll be there. But I do want to tell you that you're going to be great. Make sure you take that nervous pee before you go out there. That's
Oh no, that's a slam dunk. I'm going pee
yeah.
during the Proust set.
I wouldn't recommend, taking any edibles, smoking
Well, I don't
any
even
weed.
do that. I don't even do
Yeah,
that.
I'm just saying, like,
Okay.
if someone brings you cookies, don't eat them.
What if Leslie Taylor baked me cookies?
Wait till after the show. I would suggest, because you never know, because Leslie's known to, slip a couple meds into some cookies here and there.
Right.
I would say that you should have water on stage with you, or maybe a Great Lakes.
They sell Great Lakes there, everybody.
That would be nice for you, because I know you do operate well. You can operate heavy machinery yourself with a couple Great Lakes in
But
you.
they have Octopus Wants to Fight. I feel like I need to cap myself at one of those bad boys, or it's going to get ugly.
Yeah, and I would suggest that you take a deep breath and just go out there and do what you do, because that's what people love. And people love Toronto Mike. They get behind you for 1,902 episodes. Almost 100 of them, if not more, have been me.
That's true.
And so I will tell you that people love what you do, and people have been clamoring to get an experience that is different than what we've experienced from you. And now you're finally doing it. So whoever comes to your show, Mike, God bless them, but they'll be there. And you say this is a one-time only thing. We don't know that.
That's what I believe. I can't tell you for
Right
sure.
now you think that, but
I believe that right
you
now.
You thought that I was going to come on your show one time, and here we are 100 times later. So who knows?
Because you met Hebsy that day.
Correct. My point is, Mike, have fun, be you, do your thing, and everybody's going to love it. And everybody's going to love it, Mike. And maybe, just maybe, you will just be the toast of the town once again. From the Toronto Star
talk
to
of the town.
The talk of the town as well, Mike. From the Toronto Star behind me. Is it still there?
Yeah, it's still there.
To the podcast awards. Look, you're an award-winning podcaster.
What do you think of the shirt? I'm debuting. There's a series of shirts that were custom made for me by Monica. I debuted the first one at Christie Pitts last Sunday during the Toronto Maple Leafs game, and it said, I bike.
I saw that.
Okay, so this is the second in a series. I'm going to debut a new one at the El Mocambo tomorrow.
Will there be merch for sale?
No, you know what? If my custom shirts are a success, I will take orders at TMLX 21 at Great Lakes Brewery from 6 to 9 p.m. on June 25th.
And that's a free event.
That's a free event. And I'll give you a beer and I'll feed you with Palma pasta.
Okay, so listen, you look at the value you're getting here, folks.
Okay,
all this free beer and free
I won't perform any
pasta.
of this 90-minute
Yeah.
that you're getting. This is going to be a real... Oh, can I just tell you that night's going to go after I just shout out the fact that my shirt, if you are listening while you walk the dog or maybe drive your kid to school, it says award-winning podcaster. That's what my shirt says.
I see that, and it's true.
It is true. I wouldn't make that up. And Cable Guy Jeff says great shirt.
Yeah, well, he could wear that shirt too. He's an award-winning podcaster.
Only a few of us. Al Grego can wear this shirt.
You, Al, and Cable Guy Jeff. Jeff wears about an XL, maybe a large these days. He's been hitting the gym.
Okay, well, I'm going to take orders, like come to TMLX 22. So let me just share how the night's going tomorrow night, okay? So I'm biking over too. Like that was part of it to me. I need to bike to the Elmo and do this. Like it's all part of the process. So I'm going to bike over for sound check around 6 o'clock, okay? Then at 6...
You're biking over?
100% Stu Stone. I'm biking to the El Mocambo and back.
The risk reward there.
So
interesting.
So
you're gonna be sweaty when you get there, or are you showering at the Elmo?
First of all, it's not like yesterday, right? It's gonna be like today.
Fair.
I won't be sweaty. Don't worry. I'm going to. The doors will open at 6:30 p.m. Okay, so at 6:30. You can enter this Starlight room at the El Mocambo and get comfy. I'll be there. I'll be hanging
When does the
out.
show start?
Well, I'm getting there right now. So the doors are opening at 6:30 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
At 7, although it's up to Rob. Maybe he'll do it at 7:15. But at 7, Rob Proust, and sometime shortly after 7.
There is traffic, in the city.
Romantic traffic.
Oh, there is definitely romantic traffic.
Okay. That's actually on the schedule. So at 7 p.m., Rob Proust is going to perform. He's got his piano.
7:15.
Whenever he wants, but I told him he can start at 7 if he wants. It's up to him. So at 7-ish, Rob Proust on piano, he's going to play some jams. I bet you we'll get some Mr. Dress-Up theme. We're going to get some interesting stuff. I hope we get subdivisions. And this is key. At 7:55 p.m.
Was that when you go on?
Rob Proust is going to start playing a song he co-wrote with Gore Depp from Spoons. The song is called Romantic Traffic. 7:55 p.m. Romantic Traffic by Rob Proust. That is my cue. I might be mingling. My son, okay, only one of my 4 kids will be there because it's a 19-plus event. That eliminated half my kids. And my daughter is mulling around in Spain right now. She's in Europe
mulling around
because her convocation is in Montreal next week, and she's doing this like post-final exam before she starts working full-time after her convocation. She's gone to Europe for a few weeks. So Michelle will not be at the Elmo, but my oldest will be there. So I might be chatting him up. I might be checking in with Cam Gordon and Tyler Campbell as they share notes for the next FOTM
wait,
cast.
can I just interrupt on that one note? They better, when they go and look back at this quarter, it's going to get lost in the shuffle that I was here the night before because everyone's going to be talking about your great performance. I need the fucking credit that I was here the day before,
let's see if we sell any
get
tickets.
You ready.
Yeah, but let's see how you do.
Dude, use promo code Stu to pay only $64.99 for your ticket. If you show me your ticket, I'll give a penny to each person.
Do you have any pennies?
I could get some.
Do you remember Penny from
It's Inspector Gadget?
Yeah,
Cree
but
Summer?
also wasn't
Did you
there
know
a
that
Penny?
Was Cree Summer?
I think I knew it and I forgot I knew it.
Penny
I think,
from Pee-wee's Playhouse
I
is
think,
actually going next?
Yes, that's where I'm going next. But I think Midtown Gord, who will be at the El Mocambo tomorrow, I believe he's a friend of Cree Summers.
Cree Summers, awesome. Legendary voiceover.
I believe
performer.
there's like some Oakwood connection or something there. I hope I'm getting my rights. So Midtown Gord will be there. I know I said that. Multiple Gords will be in attendance. But yeah, I was thinking of Penny from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yes. Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Pee-wee's Playhouse. My apologies. Yeah, from Pee-wee's
Apologies accepted.
You know what? That's a slip. I better not do that tomorrow. So just to wrap this up.
Wait,
so
you're riding your bike there.
I'm definitely biking
7:55 p.m. romantic
7:55 romantic traffic. So he's going to be playing his big hit, if you will. And at some point, that's my cue. So at some point near the end of that song, I'm going to jump on stage, take the microphone from the microphone stand, and I'm going to do my thing for 90 minutes. I'm going to make sure I've already peed. I'm going to do my thing for 90 minutes. And then I have a grand finale, okay? A grand finale.
As one does.
Right. And then there's a grand finale.
Is that going to be a live performance of Tears Are Not Enough with half of the people that were from the song? Because that's what I read.
Brian Adams will be there. Absolutely. Maybe Jim Valance as well. I'm working on it. Maybe Bruce Allen will be there. I don't know. But basically, don't leave early. Special guests will arrive.
Is there a chance that someone would leave early after shelling out 65 shekels for this thing?
And that's part of the show. I will apologize for the ticket price.
No, don't.
Well,
You're
going to
give them $100 worth of value.
If you had left it up to me, I would have made it a free event.
But then it wouldn't have happened.
Right, because this is not like Great Lakes Brewery or GLB Brew Pub or Palma's Kitchen, where I have worked the space as part of my deal with them. So I don't pay for the space to host my events. This is different. The Elmo needed thousands of dollars before they would give us the Starlight Room for the evening of May 21st,
Well, you're going to do them
2026.
proud. You're going to have a great show. And there's a grand finale and then a grand finale. That sounds super grand. I mean, you're delivering a grand finale, Mike. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And a grand
There's a
finale.
grand finale on top of the grand
So
finale.
a penultimate grand finale and then an ultimate grand finale.
Right. And so that's what's going to happen. I think we'll wind down with the grand finale at about 9:30.
The grand?
I won't know because I've never done it, right? I think it'll be about 9:30. It might be a little longer. It might be a little shorter.
And then, do we have to clear the room?
And then, I don't know, I think we have the room for the night. But then basically
Is there
it's
someone
over,
DJing or
it's
something?
done. And at some point after I've kissed babies and said hello to people, I might jump on my Fuji Feather, which will be locked outside, and bike home.
But is there like a cocktails afterwards?
I don't know about those details, but there is...
No, I'm saying when the show is over, there's a bar in that room.
Yeah, there's a bar in that room.
And maybe you have a DJ playing some romantic traffic or whatever. Maybe you're spinning some tunes.
Maybe it's Rob Bruce hits the keys again. Maybe I make
don't
him
you
work a 6-hour shift.
Probably needs to get some time off.
But that's how it's going down.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Didn't you DJ Cam's wedding? Maybe he owes you.
did.
So he should
Well,
DJ your ending.
I'm still I did, and I biked to that too. That was in near Scarborough Bluffs. But I'm still sensitive to the fact that I blew it. I had instructions from MF on what song to play when they march out together as a married couple.
You dropped the ball there?
No, because she sent another file later, which that was the only difference, but I'd already printed it. Okay, so I printed it when I got it, so what I ended up playing was their original choice, and I had then learned that they changed it to a different song, but I wasn't cognitive of the fact that it had changed. So I played their original song, and I feel like maybe MF has never forgiven me.
I wouldn't.
Well, they get what they pay for, okay?
And so that's funny you should say that.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, your guests should get what they pay for.
Right.
And it sounds like they will. My mom has a little bit of advice for you as well, which I should have told you too. I just
Comb my
assumed
hair.
you would know. No, she's suggesting a stool of some kind on the stage that you can put water on. You can lean on if you need to. You can sit if you have a moment of tender moment.
Yeah, where will I put my beer? That's a good point, Trudy.
A stool would
I don't
be
think I'll
good.
ever sit on the stool, but it's good to have something to put
A
things
stool
on.
would be nice.
That's a good idea. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think we're set. I think it's all that's left is the performance. And yeah.
You feel good. Are you happy that I came here?
Yeah, because you've changed how I'm going to do the notes. Like you've made a tangible difference to how I do this
Your
thing tomorrow.
space-time continuum changed with me being here.
Now, I do want to ask you a few unrelated, just a few things before
Yes,
we
but
say
before you
goodbye.
do,
Are you going to do like a ticket buy now, or are you going to do one of those
I can do that at
Billy
the very
Mays
end.
or whatever?
I can do that at the end if you'd like. That'll
Or you can do it now.
a
and
grand finale.
So what is the call to action?
The call to action is to go to, people go through your website,
Oh, yeah.
right?
If you go to torontomike.com, it says Elmo gig at the top. You can go that way. There's many ways to get to this
I'm
event.
sure there'll be tickets available at the door as well.
Yes, actually, there will be tickets available. at the door.
So, but if you want to make sure that you're one of the lucky 100 plus that are in the building, then you might want to buy one in advance.
Oh, can you imagine we sold out, Stu? Could you imagine?
It could happen. You might actually, there could be a generous philanthropist listening right now that would buy out the whole place just because.
Wow.
You never know. People are feeling generous these days.
Wow.
But you go to torontomike.com, you buy tickets, or I would buy tickets, plural, because you don't want to go by yourself to this thing, but maybe you do.
Make a night out of it, right? You get to go to Kensington Market, a cool neighborhood in Toronto on a Thursday night.
And,
Oh, you know who's going to be there? I haven't told you this yet. My ex-wife is going to be
What?
there. Yeah. And so the timing of such is that I had the blog torontomike.com while in my first marriage. But I actually didn't launch Toronto Mike until 2012, and I left my first marriage in 2011. So there is no overlap between the podcast Toronto Mike and my first marriage.
Does your new
So-
wife get along with your old wife?
Yeah. They
Oh,
get
good.
along very well.
Oh, perfect.
They get along very well. And so long-winded way of saying is that my ex-wife has never appeared at any Toronto Mike thing. Like I've never seen her at a TMLX event. So I think she just is so intrigued by what the hell I'm going to say for 90 minutes. She had to cough up $65.
You charged her?
Whoa, she's ex-wife.
You paid for half of her ticket?
Pretty much so. But anyway, that's kind of exciting that I'll be multiple wives in the audience. So
Wow.
it'll be something else here. Okay. All right. Call Rob in 10 minutes. Okay. So we're going to cook with gas here. Rob, I'm going to be late calling you because
Sorry,
this
Rob.
combo was great. Do you have any thoughts on the fact that Yasiel Puig has been playing baseball at Christie Pitts?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy, right? Yasiel Puig, legendary Los Angeles Dodgers outfielder, known for just being an intense individual, known for murdering baseballs the way that Mike murders bumblebees, smashing balls over the fence in Major League Parks. The idea of him hitting at Christie Pitts, just a mere hundreds of feet away from Rudy's Hamburgers, is quite an astonishing thing to think about. Quite
So
remarkable.
bizarre. It is remarkable. You know, there's a lot of, we've talked openly on this show, there's controversy because there's baggage with this signing, but I have seen him play 2 games and I've seen him hit 2 home runs. But I've seen him strike out a couple of times that
Well,
last
he's
game.
human.
He's only human, but it is interesting. I saw him argue a called strike with the umpire, and it was quite a scene to see in the CBL. But I saw him make a great catch last game. But I'm just telling you, the experience.
How old is he?
35.
Oh, he's young.
Well, yeah, he's not Fernando Rodney, who's like 49 years old playing
Right.
for in this league, right? He's 35. He can still smash it. Anyway, I just think, and again, he's got a sentencing that's happening later this month, so we don't know what the sentence is going to be. Obviously, if they say you're going to jail,
This is like
he's not going to Christie Pitts.
Ogie Oglethorpe type of storyline.
Yeah. So stay tuned on that front. I don't have a crystal ball, but I can tell you these games at Christie Pitts are thoroughly entertaining. Get a Leafs lager, get a hot dog, sit on the hill. This last game was the biggest crowd I have ever seen at Christie Pitts for a Leafs game. So I am going to tell you, it didn't kill a bee. It helped to save the bee. You have a Toronto Maple Leafs baseball history book, Stu
Oh,
Stone.
man, thank you so much.
And I have a lasagna in my freezer for you, courtesy of Palma Pasta.
Thank you, Mike.
And I have fresh craft beer for you, courtesy of Great Lakes Brewery.
Oh, thank you, Mike.
And I've already given you that like super duper level / measuring tape / flashlight
shouldn't have.
/ bottle opener.
you.
That is courtesy of Ridley Funeral Home.
Oh,
and I'm going to do 2 more shout outs here.
Wait, can I get an extra one of those for my mom? Do you mind? Oh, thank you, Mike.
Can't say no to Trudy.
Oh,
Here you go, buddy.
oh.
Okay. Give that. Tell her that's from Toronto
Oh,
Mike. Okay.
thank you, Mike.
Now, Nick Iones, he stepped up. He will not be at the El Mocambo. He, like you, has been telling me to put paywalls in front of everything, and I've been resisting, but here it is here.
Thank you for pointing that out.
Nick Iones has a podcast called Building Toronto Skyline.
Mr. Leonides? Is that what you said?
Nick Iones.
Oh.
Nick, actually, somebody was talking about him on 640. Jerry Agar. Do you know this name? No, it's
course.
1010.
Yeah.
1010, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, CFRB.
And I know Nick.
So, yeah, but Jerry Agar was talking because there's a bit of controversy with Brad Bradford doing a live podcast recording with Nick Iones, and I produced this live event. And it's a bit of a controversy because the integrity commissioner needs to rule on it if Brad Bradford violated some election rules, okay? I don't know if you know, he's running for mayor.
Of Toronto.
You got it. So there's a lot going on there. And Jerry Agar was talking about the story, and he was quoting, I think I wrote something on TorontoMike.com about it, and Jerry Agar was quoting it. Long story short is he called him Nick Anus.
Oh, no.
I know. And I wonder how many people will see that surname, Iones, and think it is Anus. But it is Iones, and we love the guy.
But he did that like as a disparaging sort of way?
No, I think he just thought he wasn't sure how to say that last name.
Oh, so it was an accident.
An accident, yeah.
Oh,
He
just
read
a
it.
mispronunciation.
He just thought it was pronounced Nick Anus. He wasn't trying to disparage Nick.
I don't know if I buy that.
Jerry Agar. I met him once at a Great Lakes Brewery documentary screening. Okay, last but not least, if you have old electronics, old devices, old cables, Stu Stone, don't put them in the garbage. Those chemicals end up in our landfill. Go to recyclemyelectronics.ca, put in your postal code, and find
Where do
out
they
you
end up
drop
if
it
I
off.
give it to them?
They recycle it properly, so the chemicals don't end up in our landfill. They got to online at recyclemyelectronics.ca. They explain, but it is better for the environment what they're going to do
that's
with that
good.
electronics versus what the garbage man.
So like
will
you can
do.
bring an old VCR there?
100%.
You could bring an old Super Nintendo.
100%.
You could bring like a Commodore 64,
I adore my 64.
like a Palm Pilot that's just sitting in the cupboard,
That's exactly what you do.
like a Speak and Spell. Could you bring one of those?
Yeah,
Because that's technology, right?
100%. Yeah.
Anything electronic is what you're saying. An old remote control that, like a Radio Shack battery operated remote control car.
Where's my remote control?
Are you going to be singing tomorrow night?
A little bit.
Okay.
Not too much, a little bit. Okay. I want to ask you about a gentleman who's in the Toronto Mike calendar to make his debut.
Oh.
His name is Kevin Gillis.
Okay.
Do you know that
course.
name at all?
Do I know Kevin Gillis? Of course I know the name Kevin
Well,
Gillis.
that's why I'm talking to you about
Yeah.
it. Okay, so literally this is going to be a raccoon's deep dive.
Yes. Well, Kevin Gillis, I don't even know if he knows me. No, he knows me. He should.
I'm going to ask him.
Bentley Raccoon, that's who I played. So if you need to write that down.
I'm
It was
gonna write
first
down.
voiced by Noam Zilberman, which he'll confirm with you. And then he went through puberty, and then I came in and got the last.
And your mom says you haven't hit puberty yet.
Well, my
so-
mom's a liar. We've established that as well. No, she's not. Yes, she is. Yeah, he's the creator of the Raccoons, one of the most legendary shows in Canadian history. Arguably, one of the most successful CBC shows, not called Hockey Night in Canada, that ever happened.
next to the Beachcombers, maybe.
And then also, of course, Nelvana. What a huge hit it was for Nelvana, the Raccoons. And you had Cyril Sneer and...
It had an environmental message, much like recyclemyelectronics.ca. There was an environmental message in the Raccoons. Because there was a bad guy who was always trying to cut down the trees.
Yeah, he was a real prick.
Yeah. So would you have a question for Kevin Gillis?
Well, sure. I mean...
I know I'm putting you on the spot here.
I guess the question that everybody would want to know, like, is there a Raccoons revival on the horizon? It's such a nostalgic trip. You see all these things getting rebooted. Why not the Raccoons? I'll be the first to sign up to be in it. But he should you should play this for him. He should bring this back, or a Raccoons movie. I could probably help him sell that. But the Raccoons are such a timeless, it's such a staple for a certain generation of folks that now probably have kids, or dare I say grandkids, that would want to have that shared experience of showing them the Raccoons and having new episodes that cover, I would say, and pun intended, the Raccoons have pretty evergreen topics where you could watch it any time. But, just a chance to sort of like put a modern spin on it. That would be kind of cool. And with animation being the way that it is now, it's probably even cheaper to make the show than it was back then. But yeah, the raccoons, it seems like it's a dormant thing that needs to be brought to life. Someone needs to give the raccoons some CPR.
There's a Blue Sky poster who messaged me with a question for you, and the handle of this poster is Coliseum Presents.
Okay.
I have a question for... Sorry, I'm going to start that again. I have a comment for Stu.
Oh, a comment.
Yeah.
Not a question.
It'll probably end up being a question, but okay. After Jack of all trades, I blame Stu for not making sports card content as the reason Jeff Wilson dominates the YouTube sports card algorithm. I'm going to read that again. I blame Stu for not making sports card content.
I understand what you're
as
saying.
the reason Jeff Wilson dominates the YouTube sports card algorithm. It should be Stu and not that clown. This is Coliseum Presents talking. Make card content great. I get it too. He's saying you should be the go-to YouTube sports card person, not this person, Jeff Wilson.
I mean, he's not. I mean,
Did you miss the boat on that?
No, I didn't miss the boat at all. I definitely could have done that and should have done that. He's not wrong. I would say that I still have some tricks up my sleeve in the card world. And this whole time, I've been observing what's been going on in the card world with a plan to come back again with some other sort of angle. Obviously, the obvious angle would be to do a sequel to Jack of All Trades that covers the complete explosion of the card business after I lit mine on fire.
Right. Right.
The market completely came back and became even bigger than it was. And who could have predicted that? Me. But it was, so I've been watching from the sidelines and collecting data, and people reach out to me all the time with different things, right? But yeah, I'm still very much on the peripheral of the card world, and I've been talking to many of the players involved in the card industry still, and it's not too late. I mean, listen, I appreciate the compliment that I should have been doing it, but, I could still do it. It's just, I should do it. He's not wrong.
Well, Coliseum Presents wants you to do it.
Yeah, Coliseum Presents is not wrong because I should do it. They're right. He's right. She's right. The whole Coliseum is right.
Okay, and on this note, I was reading a piece the other day about the show The Goldbergs.
Yep.
The father on The Goldbergs was played by Jeff Garlin.
Yes.
So two things here. One is, if I remember my Stu Stone history correctly, Jeff tweeting about Jack of all trades was a big reason why it gained in popularity. Am I right?
100%. Jeff Garlin was one of the early people to watch the movie when it came out. I don't have a history with him. Maybe I've run into him. He wouldn't remember type things, but like if I'm with Bob Saget or something, and Jeff's walk. I've probably been in those type of scenarios with Jeff Garlin,
right?
But never hey Jeff, some Peter Gross.
You can't text him right now.
No,
and get
it's
a
not.
reply.
It's not like a Moose Grumpy Peter Gross type of thing where they're like riding in cars together. We didn't do that. And one day when the movie, this is before Netflix, the movie was just independently released by me and Adam on iTunes. I woke up one day and there was a post from Jeff Garlin saying I just watched this movie. It's incredible. Everybody should watch it. And within a few days, the movie went to number 1 on iTunes. And then within a week, Netflix put in an offer. So it was in a lot. I don't know if 100% of it is Jeff Garlin, but I don't know that it's not. I mean, that was a very, very big endorsement. And it's very interesting because I think we're coming on to 10 years later from when I started working on that project. That's literally, we probably started 10 years ago working on that movie. Look how far everybody's come since. And hopefully people made it through me talking to you about your El Mocambo show, which is not evergreen. And this is evergreen content where you can listen to this in a few weeks and it's still relevant. But, let me just give you I'll be quick here. So the guy that bought Sluggers from my dad in the movie, his name is
Eisenstein.
Yeah, so the guy's name was Carlos. We see him in the movie and I see him for the first time in years. We had this big reunion where he says he has no hard feelings towards my dad, whatever, right? That guy has since brought back the Slugger's name and he's been operating as Sluggers, and now he himself is a huge presence in the card world. This guy, Carlos and Sluggers, they're back. Okay?
Wow.
And
And you wore the Sluggers shirt in Faking a Murder.
and I still would. Now, this gentleman by the name of Rob Veris, I don't know if you remember how well you remember the movie, but there was a card shop that I visited in Burbank called Burbank Sports Cards. He had about a 700 square foot little showroom in a massive warehouse with Indiana Jones kind of thing where we went in, and he was sort of explaining cards to us. Do you remember that guy?
Yes.
After the movie aired on Netflix, his business exploded. He now has the largest baseball card shop on earth. He took over a Rite Aid, if you know what Rite Aid is, or a Walgreens. He took over a drugstore.
Right.
So he has like a fucking 15,000 square foot baseball card shop in Burbank now, right across the street from Porto's on Hollywood Way. That's a major location. His business has never been better. Okay. And I don't know if that's the movie, but it's not the movie. Then you've got, of course, Foul Ball Paul. You remember Foul Ball Paul?
It's been a while.
Okay. Well, you should watch it again. But basically my point is, all of the people that were featured in the movie have gone on to become heroes in the baseball card
Jose
world.
Canseco.
And they've profited and made a whole bunch of money off of being in that movie. I'm the only one that's still waiting on the paywall.
You know what's funny? Hindsight's 2020, but right. But when you go on Dragon's Den,
Yes.
okay, you sign something that says even if we don't invest in your business,
We own a
we
piece.
get a back end.
That's
We get
the same
a
as
piece.
Shark Tank.
Yes, right. They're all cut from that same cloth.
Yeah.
Right. Now,
I never do
it's
that.
too bad you don't have the
Yeah.
the can't go back in time and
Well, I'm
just say
ethical.
if we feature, but
I
if-
wouldn't
but-
want a piece of that, to be honest.
Well,
with you.
I feel like you're making the film Jack of All Trades with Adam, right?
Yes.
Was it you both did that? That's 5'7",
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So
And Harv, our buddy Harv.
of course. But I feel like that's not unethical to say, okay, we'll feature you, but we're gonna need a little taste
Yeah,
in the
so
back
that's
end
just
here.
not how it works. But
I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the reason I brought up Jeff Garlin was because I read this piece from like Wendy McCovey. You know this name?
no.
Okay.
Any relation to Willie?
She was in, yeah, McCovey's Cove. Right. Maybe it's McCovey, not McCovey. Okay. Right. So anyway, she played the mom in The Goldbergs. She was in Bridesmaids. Okay. She's a known comedic actress. Okay. But she was talking about the PTSD she experienced from working with Jeff Garlin.
Oh, really?
So like we know Jeff Garlin best as from Curb Your Enthusiasm. At least
Yeah.
I do. And
Yeah.
and I think, and I haven't talked to Jeff about this, I think he was himself on that set, and there was a vibe on that set with Larry David that was radically different from the vibe that you'd get at the Goldbergs, for example. And I feel like Jeff wasn't able to like pivot and be more mindful of the fact that he's not on the Curb Your Enthusiasm set. He's on the set of the Goldbergs, and you have to be a little more reined in or whatever. You have to like suppress some of your madness or whatever. And they fired Jeff Garlin from that show at some
didn't even
point.
know
Yeah.
that.
And they didn't kill him off because they just had to, the grandfather had just died in real life, and they didn't want to have a couple of like big deaths in a row or whatever. They just sort of worked around it. Like apparently, like remember when Tony Soprano's mom died in real life, and they had to film scenes like cobbling together old footage and some CGI or whatever. Like they were doing some kind of crazy like workaround shoots. So the
Like when
dad's
Roseanne left Roseanne.
yeah, but they didn't actually show Roseanne after they just kind of killed her off. Is a bit of a, that this time they're trying to keep this character in the show without using the actor.
Like a Crispin Glover kind of vibe?
Yeah, that's very good.
Thank you.
Back to the, you're right. That's like when he's hanging. Yes, right. Anyway, I was just reading all this, and every time I read these things about Jeff Garlin, who I think is very funny in Curb Your Enthusiasm. Anyways, I always think of you because of the help he gave Hall of Famer Stu Stone with regards to Jack of All Trades, which is a great. I need to revisit it.
Now, I've never, other than a handful of direct messages thanking him for posting that, I've never spoken to him in person about the movie. I've never sat down with him and discussed anything. But I will say, really funny enough, the Burbank Sports Cards, which I was saying to you, that's the guy who has the card shop.
Right.
Jeff Garlin has a podcast with him now. So, shout out to them, I guess.
It all comes full circle.
Yeah. Speaking of which, tomorrow it all comes full circle. What you gonna do, brother? Don't you dare miss it. Toronto Mike is gonna be at the El Mocambo in the Starlight Room. He's gonna be headlining at 7 7:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Romantic Traffic will start to play. Mike will have peed. He will be on the stage with a stool with paper taped to the stage. He is going to be unloading on us for 90 minutes, which will feature a grand finale and a grand finale. I will be there in the audience, so if you are coming to see Mike, you can see me as well. I'll be there watching with you folks. You want to make sure to get there. Plenty of parking.
Well, take public transit if you can.
Or ride your bike.
Or ride your bike if you can.
Or walk.
Otherwise, there's
Take an Uber.
parking around there.
But Toronto Mike, the live experience, live, will take place at the El Mocambo. Don't you dare miss it.
And that. You're the reason I lean into that.
There
you
you
know
go.
that.
And that.
You know, my life improved when you entered it.
Likewise, Mike. I agree.
And I'm glad I didn't kill the bee.
I'm glad you did too. Because we would have had to shout out to Ridley Funeral Home for a bee, and I don't want to do that.
But for the record, if that was a wasp or a hornet,
Dead.
I would have murdered it. Okay, but it was a bee, a bumblebee.
Yeah, bumblebee tuna.
Is there a Howard Stern tie to bumblebee tuna?
No, it's Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
Why do I think of the Howard Stern show when I think of bumblebee tuna?
And that.
Where's my salad dressing? There it is. Okay. And that brings us to the end of our 1902nd show. 1902.
Great year.
The best. Remember in the Naked Gun? Good year? The best, right?
Yeah,
The blip goes by.
yeah.
Okay. Go to TorontoMike.com for all your Toronto Mike needs, and that includes buying tickets to see me. Have I mentioned I'm at the El Mocambo tomorrow? As far as I know,
Tonight,
there's a once
if you're
in a
listening to this on the 21st.
the 21st, Thursday, May 21, 2026. As far as I know, it's a once in a lifetime happening. It's going to happen once, and if you miss it, you miss it.
Well, at the very least, there will only be a one first time,
That's true.
and that's this.
That's true. If you don't have a ticket, I think you're going to have a serious FOMO. Like you're going to have a dose of FOMO. Just buy the ticket. You know, I'm going to feed you and get you a free beer at TMLX 22.
Don't beg, Mike. People will show.
Much love to all who made this possible. That is Great Lakes Brewery.
Yes.
They sell Great Lakes at the Elmo.
Do they?
They do. Cam Gordon and I saw a show at the Elmo recently and had an octopus wants to fight that we bought there. Mid-year. That's who we saw. And Chalk Circle. Okay, Palma Pasta.
Palma Pasta.
Love Palma Pasta. Toronto Maple Leafs baseball. Stu, I want to see you at Christie Pitts this summer.
So do I.
The ticket's on me, okay?
Oh, really? Thank you.
Nick Iones. RecycleMyElectronics.ca. I said that funny. RecycleMyElectronics.ca. And of course, Ridley Funeral Home in 50 minutes. Brad Jones will be in that very seat for an episode of Life's Undertaking.
Please send my love.
I will. I'll ask him about Jeffrey Dahmer. See you all not tomorrow. I'm at the Elmo. Friday, Charlie Angus in the basement.
Oh,
Friday.
really?
Don't you dare miss it.